Y'all look at that pink sky. Y'all see it? It's like pinkish purple. That is beautiful, y'all. Straight up beautiful. Hi, everybody. So I just want to do a very short video talking about the fears that you should face and why you should face them. So I'm going to give you 3 reasons, okay? So here's some tea for you this morning. The first reason is because they become ghosts. They haunt you. You think that you can just deny that you have that fear that you need to face, and it shows up one way or another. It might show up in a sign or something, because the Most High is telling you, face this fear, face this fear, face this fear, because the Most High knows what's beyond that fear that can work in your favor. So until you face that fear that you know you should face, it's just going to keep showing up on the path. It's going to keep showing up in different areas of your life. It may even show up on social media. Like, you say, well, I can pretend like I don't have that fear. And then boom, there it is. So face the fear so it can leave you alone. Serious. When I was afraid to stand up to a certain family member, I noticed that family member kept showing up at places where I would be. And the family member was even showing up at parties that I was going to of other people. And I noticed that people start bringing up the person's name, the family member's name. I'm like, this person is haunting me. I'm going to have to stand up to her. And so I did. And guess what? She don't show up no more. She was even showing up in my dreams. This is real, y'all. So until I stood up to her and spoke my truth and told her how I felt about how she did me and the family, until I did that, she was never going to go away. Okay? One way or another, she was going to be on my path, because fear is a test of strength. And some fears, they're purposely testing you. All right? If you're afraid of somebody, sometimes somebody know that you're afraid. Or if you're afraid of something, it knows you're afraid. So it might just keep showing up just to see how long you're going to keep running. Y'all, I'm serious. This is real talk. So the second reason why you need to face the fears that you know you should face is because they become nightmares. Some of them dreams you having, if you ever define them or translate them, you'll see that they're connected to the fears that you have. You'll see little signs in them nightmares you have. And they become a nightmare too, because they start to affect how you live your life. All right? So it's like they influence you to create a nightmare of your life. So for example, when I wasn't facing the fear that I had in telling my old boss about her abuse, I noticed that I was suffering from extreme insomnia. I noticed that I would be randomly seeing demons in my room. I noticed that I started getting messy. All of a sudden I had all this clutter. I wasn't as organized anymore. It was like each area of my life was falling apart, because she was depositing her negative energy into my field, and I wasn't purging it because I was afraid. See? So remember that energy is attached to fear, all right? To whatever is causing your fear. And that becomes baggage in your life. And more baggage, the more you don't deal with it. And then it starts to teach you, influence you to destroy your life. It happens right before your eyes and you don't even see it. You think because you ain't dealing with that fear, everything's okay in your life. Everything's working out. But when you go ahead and you purge that fear, and then you go look at your life, you be like, damn, this is what it had me doing? That's what you say. So the third reason why you need to face the fears that you know you should face is because, Lord, all fears block you. Sometimes you didn't achieve that goal all because you had a fear in your life that was so strong, it just wouldn't get out your way. Even if you see that your life is not falling apart because of the fear, even if you don't notice it, you're still blocked. You're still blocked. So, and that's what fear do. Fear is a major blockage. It becomes stronger the more you don't, fight it. So remove the fears you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have, simply because you don't need to block. You know that time is going to go on, whether you pay attention to it or acknowledge it or not. Your body's going to age, whether you look at it and notice it or not. You know that you're going to fade, whether you admit that you are and that you're going to or not. So you may as well go ahead and remove that block, just so you can see what abundance is waiting on the other side. Because fear comes in your life always to block abundance. It doesn't matter what fear it is. If it's the fear of standing up to your parents, that's blocking abundance. I mean, you could be getting other parents. You could go out here and select other parents out here, but you're not, because you're so scared of standing up to the parents that you got, and you're still catering to them, and you're still worried about how they will react if you replace them. See, that's why the parents you should have don't see you. I'm telling y'all the truth. That happened to me when I was out here chasing my deadbeat daddy, my biological daddy, the deadbeat one. Guess what? I wasn't meeting no father figures. I wasn't. Every time I would meet a guy, he was toxic. And every time I would meet an older man, he was toxic. If he was around the same age as my dad, he was toxic. It wasn't until I stood up to my dad that I started attracting high value men, meaning spiritually high value, spiritually. And I was like, okay, I'm not attracting alcoholics and addicts and all that. I'm not attracting none of that. But it took for me to literally block my deadbeat daddy's phone number and stop letting him get in my mental space all the time. And I had to stand up to him and give him my words of how I didn't like how he did me and my sister. After that, I noticed that even the male friends that I would get, they were vibrating higher. They was gifted people. Okay, they was people that I could talk to. See, so I'm talk to and have peace when I talk to them. So you see what I'm saying? Just always remember, this fear that I know I shouldn't have is blocking some gift, and I don't got forever to get that gift. Gifts don't wait for just you. If you don't get it, somebody else gets it. Period. So the time is ticking for you to get your gifts. It's always ticking. It's ticking loud, but you can't hear it because you're afraid. Y'all, I'm telling you no lies. I'm testifying in this video today. Look at the sky. Praise the Most High. Do you see that, how it got real bright? That sky is literally throbbing. Look, I don't know if y'all can notice, but it was throbbing. Okay, the Most High spoke in this video. If you like this video, you know what to do. Thanks for watching.